The MedTech pitch is back, and so is the stellar cast of judges that will choose this year's winner. Greg Little, angel investor. Dr. Laurent Pacheco, venture partner, Solos Ventures. Dr. Saran Davis, investor, Thena Capital. Bori Farkas Folzi, principal, Uniqua Ventures. Gilad Peleg, founding partner, Neuro One Capital. Marco Gula, investment associate, Health Technology Holding, HDH. Good luck to all the participants, and let the pitches begin.
Without further ado, I think we can start with the first startup. Yosif, the stage is yours. This is the pointer.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, can we start? Can you hear me? Because I don't see the timing. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Yosif, CEO of FitKit, and today I'm going to present you how we are revolutionizing corporate wellness and fitness for travelers. At FitKit, we have a strong, diverse team of people that have a long history in fitness, wellness, and sales. Did you know that 66% of fitness and wellness benefits go unused today? And the fitness aggregators, our competitors, have not only failed to address this problem, but they worsened it, making companies confused with wasted resources, not available usage analytics, and frustrating HRs that need data to justify the ROI of these benefits. Meanwhile, travelers like tourists and business people like you pay high fees for daily gym pass while abroad, which is ridiculous. So this is why we created FitKit, mobile app that gives you easy access to more than 1,000 different services for fitness and wellness. We give corporates the possibility to track the usage and to pay only for what their employees are using, and we give the possibility to travelers to pay reasonable prices for fitness and wellness while abroad. So FitKit operates as a SaaS platform, enabling the pay-per-use model to corporates for their employees, to short-term rental management companies and boutique hotels for their guests, and now we are even scaling faster with our franchise model, allowing local entrepreneurs to bring FitKit on their markets. We've achieved great traction so far. We are operational in North Macedonia and Greece and establishing our operations in Serbia by February 25. Mostly of our competitors rely on the flat rate membership model, which have limited offer, like gyms and studios. FitKit relies mostly on the pay-per-use model, offering 3 times more services, including psychologists, nutritionists, social activities, philanthropist activities, and etc., spa massages. We give usage analytics and we give reasonable pricing for travelers and integrated with short-term rental management companies. We're going to hit 1.6 million in gross revenue this year and expect exponential growth through our franchise model in the years to come. And this is why we ask for 700,000 euros to support this growth in the next 18 months. Thank you. So, questions are allowed? Yes, okay. Sorry? They all play on the flat rate membership model, which means the company pays for their employees a flat rate for all of them, but they don't have analytics, and they pay even if it's not used a single visit in the gym. So we charge and invoice companies only for the visit that have happened. $85 are B2B. So 85 are from corporates that give benefits to employees. And I mean, the traveler part is around 5% right now.
What is the use of proceeds for your next round?
Sorry?
The use of proceeds for what are you? So what will you use your money for in the next round?
This is just a second. So we're gonna right now we're creating the documentation for franchising with Fran Adria. It's a Slovenian consultancy house, and we're gonna. This is the actual, you know, what we're going to use the money for. 2.5.
How do you engage with target customer right now?
Sorry?
How do you engage with target customers? So how do you approach your customer?
Because we only approach B2B. Individuals are just bonus. If it happens, it happens. We do LinkedIn. We do events like HR summits, conferences, and e-commerce.
How do you recruit the businesses to be part of this?
The providers,
Yeah,
like
the
gyms?
providers, yeah.
Look, we approach them, we tell them the benefits of using, and we negotiate pricing. And it's especially easier when there is a competition present, because they're educated and then you just go to the pricing part and that's it. Done? Thank you.
Can I start? I don't see the presentation. All right. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Jakub. I am Chief Technology Officer. So, dear jury, don't be so harsh. Mostly I'm staying on the lab. So, I will try to explain everything, how everything works. So, let me introduce our solution. Purely optical, everlasting, continuous glucose measurement device. So everyone here knows that there's a very huge problem. More than 500 million people around the globe have diabetes. And the current solution is not good at all because of the pain and inconvenience fingerprinting, bi-weekly replacement of the smart patches, and quarterly surgeries to switch the implants. Because all of these technologies are based on the enzymatic way of working. That's why our solution is very unique, because of the subdermal implant. It's pure optical way to measurement the glucose level. Sorry for something is going wrong. So the whole solution compared to our competitors is that our solution is pure optical way to measurement the glucose. And it's convenient and everlasting because we don't use the enzymatic way of measurement. The market is very huge. There is $9 billion each year, and it's growing like 11% per year. I will switch because you don't see anything here. We have very strong multidisciplinary team that is helped with the strong advisory board. And we want to go from the glucose using the Raman spectrometer to the analysis of the pulse oximetry and multi-metabolite microdoctor. So we are raising 800,000 euros and already secured 150K from Photon Hub consortium from European Union. Thank you very much.
So can you please talk a bit more about the actual solution? I mean, what have you developed?
So there's two parts. One is the Raman spectrometer that have the don't use the infrared use infrared light with any diffraction grating, but bandpass filter arrays. That's one thing that can be miniaturized to the size of the smartwatch. The second one is the physical reference point that give us the information how much light is going through the skin and going back to the spectrometer. That's why this kind of optical way can be that accurate like the current fingerprinting state-of-the-art solution on the market.
And just one more question: have you tested it to date vis-a-vis blood tracking, etc.?
Yeah, we have done the
specificity.
Yeah, so we have done the glucose regime test on the pigs, and we have like a good solution to go to the human trials when we miniaturize the whole solution. Yeah.
So thank you very much. And other people try to do kind of the same. So why you should success, and what really differentiate you from other that use spectrometer in order to do the same?
Yeah, so everyone chasing this this white rabbit. So yeah, definitely there's the good question. Thank you for that. So because of the reference point, we know how much light going through the skin. It doesn't matter of the skin tone. It doesn't matter how many the dead cells that's on the skin surface. So this is one differentiation, and the second one is that our spectrometer is unique because it can be miniaturized to the size of the 5mm diameters by 15mm length. So it can be fulfilled to the normal smartwatch.
So, just to be clear, are you developing your own smartwatch to go along with this, or will it be compatible with all of the other smartwatches?
This will be like a modular, like Massimo have on this Apple Watch. Okay. Yeah, so it will be modular for different smartwatches, of course.
What is your plan to commercialize and then sell the company itself? Are you planning to maintain the company and try to go public, or are you looking to Medtronic or other providers in order to sell this technology?
Like I said before, everyone is chasing the white rabbit, so definitely we want to sell out our proprietary tech to the biggest company that have the strong on the market. Already talked with them.
I was wondering, like, how does the technology actually work? Because you didn't have much time to go through that.
Yeah, okay. So from the smartwatch, there is laser that create the photons in infrared light. The infrared comes to the skin, jump to the reference point to the implant, and coming back. And based on the analysis, interference analysis, we'll know what is what, and by the reference point, we know how much it is. For example, glucose and different metabolites.
Awesome. I love this potential non-invasive opportunity. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say if this technology, or I'll chat to you later.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm even having the same shirt, I see. To be honest, I have only that one in buttons, so. So good evening, everybody. My name is Amikam Bargil, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Phycofirm. I'm a bit strange chicken in this event because we are dealing with microalgae. I am a marine biologist, and I am doing it for the last 15 years now. And I'm going to show you what we are doing, but first of all, we all know that we have some problems, big problems. First, in our planet, and second, in nutrition, malnutrition. More than 2 billion people suffer from malnutrition. And luckily, we have a solution. And then you probably think to yourself, here comes that dude again with the microalgae that nobody likes to eat because they are disgusting. Trust me, they are foul smelling, foul tasting. I'm eating them for the last 15 years. Nobody wants to touch them. Fortunately, Phycofirm has developed a very unique technology. We actually mastered the way to control the biology of this organism and create, using AI-driven fermentation, 100 times faster growth and 3 times lower production cost that will deliver you this magnificent white powder that will contain functional ingredients such as proteins, anti-inflammatory for against IBD, for example, antioxidants, and some other ingredients that can be integrated almost into any food matrices that you can see. Plant-based alternatives, regular dairy, egg, or even replace your whey shakes if one of you is doing sports. So we're going to deliver 40% high proteins, functional proteins, health benefits. Here you all like the knives and all those cutting things and devices. I'm talking about prevention through nutrition. We have competitors, which is good because we are in the right target. But we're going to do strain improvement using random mutagenesis, which is not GMO, colorless and odorless, functional protein, AI-based fermentation, and most importantly, almost less than 10 euros per kilogram, which is very good for the food. These are our margin. We are going for B2B, functional drinks, bioactive supplements, and protein-rich foods. And even if we only take 1% out of this market, we have a nice business which creates a lot of revenue for everybody. Year 4, we plan to be break even. Year 5, we want to be completely independent using CDMO, not creating our own industrial facility. All of this thanks to this magnificent team. I have 20 seconds, good. Peter Schultz, PhD, also is in R&D management, worked many years in this field. Benjamin Schmidt, we are from Portugal, by the way, although my Israeli accent. Also one of the co-founder of business, and me myself, almost 15 years in this field, had my own company for the last 6 years. We are raising 620K for technology, R&D, marketing, and running costs for the first year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Why would you say, or how, algae-based technology is better than soya-based?
Because microalgae contains other functional ingredients and full-spectrum amino acids that soy protein does not contain. All of these our body requires. We have other micronutrients that microalgae has, and soy and chickpeas and other plant-based alternatives does not possess. Although microalgae are a little bit more expensive, even if you replace 10% of the mass of the protein in your patty, you already gained your nutritional values in your product. That is why microalgae are more efficient and better. They are way, way, way more ancient on Earth, 4.5 billion years approximately here. So they evolved very good, and they contain all the founding blocks that we need.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I missed the need that you are solving. So it's not about the first slide that you showed, correct? You're not replacing food. It's just an integrator.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a nutritional additive,
okay,
either to food or either to nutraceutical supplements. We're not aiming to replace because of the high price. We know that soy is 50 cents per kilogram, and microalgae is 10 euros per kilogram. But if you add 10% out of your patty, you already get your nutritional values into your end product.
So if you would have to say the need that you're addressing, what would it be?
adding nutritional values such as micronutrients, functional proteins, as I stated, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and probiotics, and increased protein content.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
What about the footprint of your manufacturing buildings and so on?
Excellent question. We are going to use circular media in our fermenters, meaning we're also going to take some side stream for the food industry, such as molasses. We can dismantle them to glucose, and from that glucose we can do the fermentation. And also we're going to utilize acetate from other industries to ferment the microalgae.
Awesome. I love microalgae. I think they've got massive potential. How does this compare to a company like Athletic Greens?
To who?
Athletic Greens.
I have to be honest, I never heard of them.
Maybe a good thing.
But maybe it's a good.
I would check them out just because it's all about green supplements and all sorts. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe just a word on the. I mean, it's a crowded market. Any specific edge on go-to-market, collaboration, etc.? Any thoughts?
The market, almost any food manufacturer, beverage manufacturer, supplement manufacturer. I can think of Nestle, I can think of Danone, I can think of Beyond, I can think of any food manufacturer in the world that wants to boost up his product with healthy nutritions, such as we offer.
Does it change the taste?
No, that's the thing. Tasteless, odorless, and colorless. No change of the color, because this is the main problem with microalgae. No change of the texture, the color, the odor, and most importantly, the flavor. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Well done.
It's ready? I have decided to be super open today and to share something which is very personal. And the personal is coming from the fact that if I didn't have knowledge, experience in the cancer care, and the friends which could help us, my wife and myself, will be totally lost on the road of the cancer, with most probably a lot of out-of-pocket spending and searching for care with many, many questions. I'm Ivo Petrov, I'm a doctor of pharmacy. I'm representing a science-driven company called Shemha Health. But actually behind the Shemha Health is a team. And this team actually is driven by the cancer survival, and her mindset is driving our ambition goals. This team is driven also by the scientists, clinicians, business practitioners. I'm myself 20 years experience in the corporate field and ex-Novartis person, senior level. We have ambition and very crazy advisory board team members and a lot of scientific partners behind. And actually this team is driving and addressing the needs and the challenges worldwide in the cancer care. The needs of the patients with the delay more than 75% of their access to the cancer care diagnostic and treatment process, but also the needs of the healthcare professionals and all of the short healthcare workforce shortages which are expecting to come very soon, and even now they are here. And actually we are boosted our MVP of our product proper, and of the last year nowadays we are developing generative AI algorithm on top of that in order to serve the patient's needs but also the physician's needs. Why we are doing that? Because we would like to guide both of them into the cancer care journey. And saying that actually the cancer care is a matter of time. And this matter of time is a part of our solution and the most important one, saving the time for them and aggregating more accurate decision-making processes. Actually, the AI-driven algorithm is generating the patient pathway through the diagnostic and the treatment process much more efficient. And saying efficient, actually, we are saving more than 70% of the physician's time and generating clinical recommendations with more than 95% accuracy based on our algorithm. The traction is not clear. That's why in the traction, we are only focusing on the big beers on that market. And these big beers, they are not our competitor. These big beers, they could be our partners into the journey. And this is what we believe that. And saying that, actually we are selling to the hospital. We would like to achieve 28 million revenue by 5 years period of time. And actually, why we are doing that and what is our goal there? Our goal is very clear. To sell at least to the 30 cancer centers by 2019 and providing the best solution to the physicians and the patients. Within the trajectory, we could say that we are a very developed team. We have a lot of knowledge and a lot of competency to achieve that and to be ready for the market much faster than ever before. And actually, nowadays, we are accelerating and going into the clinical research process. We are onboarded 5 centers from the 4 European countries nowadays, and we will be ready for the market entry in end of 2025 with the CE mark, 10 comprehensive cancer centers in Europe. But at the end of that story, why we are here? We are here because we have opened the pre-seed round of investment. We are partnering with Microsoft Fiber for Health. We have secured 150K funding for now, and we are searching 500,000 funding to close the round. For what they will be used? It's very simple and it's very clear. They will be used in order to accelerate the clinical validation process in the next couple of months and till 11, 12 months, and of course to prepare the market readiness on the market. This is my son. This is one of my sons, and he's supporting his mother every day on the journey. We are supporting this journey because we believe that in togetherness only we could generate a health to all. Thank you for listening to me, and welcome for questions.
Thank you. So right now we are seeing a lot of innovation, especially in oncologic space. So new therapies, and so a lot of clinical trials. And so most of the time, the best pathway for a patient is actually to be enrolled in a clinical trial sometimes. So does your technology take into consideration that? So, or is just take into consideration the approved therapies that are available at the moment?
We are working with the great foundation, and we are uploading the great methodology to the generative AI algorithm. What does it mean? We are checking all of the million pages of clinical guidelines, meta-analysis, and clinical research, even the small clinical researches, and putting them directly to the patient. That's why we are saying we are generating personalized patient pathway with all the diagnostic and the treatment process. And back to the question, I could say just yes. If this is the right solution to the patient, and if this is defined somewhere into the scientific papers worldwide, this will be addressed to the physician and to be taken on consideration for that patient.
Sorry. So you also include clinical trials that are available at the moment?
Exactly. All of the published phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 data, they include it into the research process of the algorithm.
Okay, thanks.
Which cancer subtypes and stages of disease did you use to gather your, I think it was 170 patient data across the 30 centers?
We are cancer agonistic. We are serving all of the cancers because all of the data which are worldwide and the scientific papers, they are coming to us and we are checking them through the algorithm. So we are serving all of the cancers, no matter if even the rare cancers, where we could add much more value to the physicians in order of time for check, in order of time to discuss with the other members of the tumor board, so on and so forth.
I got 2 questions. I will try to be really fast. The first one is, what really differs you from others? And the other one is, what kind of input data, like, I don't know, SNP, single nucleotide polymorphism, or the genetic of the patient are you using also?
Can you repeat the second one?
Second one is, basically, what kind of input data do you use for your algorithm?
So starting with the second one, the input data which we are using is anamnestic data by the patients, but also any format of any narrative format of the data from the patient, and also the patient histories. Back to the first question, sorry.
What really differs you from others?
Is the algorithm. We are turning the evidence-based pyramid point directly to the patient. What we are doing is not just creating the narrative format of the data through the generative AI process. We are analyzing, first of all of the data and comparing this scientific data directly to the patient, which is totally different story, and we don't need a lot of electronic health records in order to do that, because we need millions of pages scientific data, and we can do it for each one of us, no matter what is the status, how he's feeling, and etc. Not comparing to the other patients. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michal. I'm coming from 365 Care.io. It's not working. I've been asked to wait. Okay. So let me introduce Telemon, our RPM platform, remote patient monitoring, and how we are helping to save lives. Remote patient monitoring can significantly reduce mortality by almost 60% when it's done properly, but there is a low adoption rate, lack of sooner intervention based on the early warning system. So we decided to develop a universal remote patient monitoring system to make it available, affordable, and simple to everyone, to really democratize it. So a couple of examples from our existing projects, for example, from hepatology, we've been able to distinguish between the episodic fever to the really severe status. So the patient was qualified for the liver transplantation, and we helped them to qualify it and get new liver. And also during the obesity management program, we've been able to spot the arrhythmia, which again helps to proceed. These are just a couple of examples. And also our clinical studies confirm the significant benefits to the healthcare system itself. So like reduced rehospitalizations or urgent GP calls or acute exacerbation because of the sooner intervention from the doctors. As I mentioned, we conducted 7 clinical studies. 2 are actually published. One was for hepatology, second one for diabetes management, and it helps us to obtain this June MDR certification. We are Class 2A device, so we started to sell and to market our solution. A week ago, we obtained the FDA registration. As I said, we are a universal solution, but we are going in the personal level. After the onboarding, the patient is assigned with the treatment plan, with the vitals category questionnaires, which are going in the personal level, and also the threshold. So he's receiving the alerts or the doctors, relatives, according his condition. We are right now. The universal application consists of a mobile application which can be freely downloaded from the app stores, and then you can pair the medical devices which are actually on the market. So we are supporting bring your own medical device. We are supporting devices from the top brands, so they are all around the world, so they can buy it or they can be assigned from our partners a kit paired with the native mobile application, and they are ready to go. We are constantly adding more and more devices in a vitals category. The solution is scalable, so we can start really by the one GP, one home doctor, or and a scale to the hospital clinical change. So again, it's very affordable. So far, our experience, last year we had more than 500,000 measurements. Right now we have 1,200 kids in the operation and 5,000 patients. We are starting the operation the last 4 months, so we have the partners from other countries, so we run the pilots with them for various categories. We are working with 2 insurance categories to determine the reimbursement and fully covered by the insurance companies. And also we are working with telco companies, and one, the biggest worldwide telco operator, giving us a co-investment term sheet. So this is the last 4 years of execution in marketing and sales. Thank you. spread of the funds. Basically, we want to invest in to making the intelligence into the platform mostly, and then to extend to the other countries and replicate what we did for last 6 countries to other territory as well. Thanks.
What about the competition?
I don't have a slide, sorry for that, but we have a very detailed, deep analysis of a competition because they are coming from various angles. But really, the utilization of the telemedicine and remote patient monitoring is not such a significant. There is very low adoption till today. But there is plenty of challenges. We have a lot of differentiation, like bring your own device. This is very unique, and also to having a universal platform and scale quickly. So usually the hospital can start by one department and scale. So we are monitoring the competition, and we are trying to do our best to integrate all the devices which are on the market.
Do you give the data back to the hospitals?
Yeah, we are open platform, so we are offering also integration to the hospital information system or eHealth. We are open because we are aggregating patient-provided data, questionnaires, vital signs, digital measurements, all of that. So we are open for that. And we did it a couple of integration because it's essential.
So you mentioned partnerships with the device companies. Is that where the bulk of your revenue is coming from, or are there other sources?
We are selling the B2B directly to the clinics and the user. We are charging like typical SaaS based on the consumption model. We have a very small revenue in terms of referring to the Amazon because we are proposing to the customers to buy the devices, but usually there is a discussion because sometimes the partner providing or even insurance companies are providing vouchers or discounts, but we are supporting what is on the market. It is not our targeted revenue. It's a small, attractive amount of fee, but we are really seeing it to democratize, to make it very cheap and to spread it to as much people as we can.
And then do you have plans to monetize the data thereafter?
Plans, yes, also the concept, but we are not doing that because this is the ownership actually of the end customers because they are doing the combination of the data. We are offering anonymized service also for training the learning models. But not yet like monetizing the data behind all of that. We prefer to use it for really to train and put the intelligence into the platform, like patterns. If they're the same patient with same group and on same treatment plan, if he is doing well or not. So utilizing the data on the sake of the patient and clinics.
So how do you protect your product from the competition? This is not clear to me.
We don't have a patent. We are usually something like technology tool. But what we did, we are doing it really properly. We have the MDR certification. It was 2.5 years. I think the non-under competition already have it, this one. So this is one, no patent. And also the contract with the companies, what we have, the integration with the medical devices. It is quite advanced, but this is not like beat a competition or something like patent, really to spread it in to masses. This is our strategy.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Evening. A bit of time ago, before the COVID, I was thinking about pain in the knee. When it cracks, if you have made a wrong movement, or locks itself, just throwing you away from the life flow for 3 months. There are 7 million patients suffering from the pain because of the meniscus tear, and they go over the surgery called meniscus resection. I am a knee surgeon, and I looked on my surgery kit, and what I saw, a device to cut the torn piece. It means that you pretend to repeat the action. Then to change the device on a ablator one, to contour the meniscus rim. But the thing is in that the fewer your moves are, the more precise your result as a surgeon. So I delivered this message to the device. I introduce you a meniscus resector, plasma cutting device that gives surgeon precision in motion to carefully sculpt meniscus and preserve as much tissue as it is possible. Let's talk about numbers. Generally, developed country arthroscopy market value 6.4 billion. The knee surgery devices market reaches $500 million, but this device can be easily implemented to hip and shoulder surgery. So we aim to penetrate 10% of $2 billion market. This market is targeted with a B2B model. It means we put our device on already existing supply chains and distribution channels. It works with a formula, one patient, one device, because it is single use. I see the trucks filled with resectors riding straight to hospitals. If you ask where, I will tell you later. But what's unique? This device not only combines a function of two different devices, but also gives surgeon ability to move in different directions precisely enough and save up to 25% of time, 10 minutes. That means that you make less injury to the tissues, so the outcomes will be better. We did a road to market in Ukraine in 2022. We designed, developed, and established our company in Ukraine, and next we moved to the UK, where we have protected our IP, and we ask for a regulatory approval. I offer you 10% equity for $500,000, and we build the future of medical devices with precision.
So I can start with a question. What's your client? What's your final client? And
client is a healthcare system itself. The hospital, maybe I can name that CEO of hospital is my customer, main customer, but the user is a surgeon.
Okay, but if I'm thinking about the market, so your final client would be, for example, the hospital, as you said. Why should a hospital really prefer your technology compared to what they might already have? So what's their advantage in doing
The advantage is that this device can give a motion of horizontal cut. No existing device like punches or ablator can give this. And the second is that a loop electrode, this is delivered in this tool, is thin enough that you just can watch through it. So you see more and you are more precise. You save the tissue then.
So it's a better outcome of the surgery.
Of course, if you are more precise, the better will be outcomes.
I see that you're interacting with the NHS, which being from the UK is great to see. How are you going about that? What's your strategy for getting into it? Because it's a notoriously difficult thing to break into.
Can you repeat?
So what's your strategy for actually breaking into the NHS?
It is simple. We just need to pass the regulatory approval. It's a 2B class medical device, and we already have a strategy partners in UK, and it is realistic to pass this way till the end of 2025 or 26, but I believe 25 it's okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Make as many connections as possible and get in early with decision makers in the NHS is my advice.
I am so glad because I already was delivered with a lot of needed connections in the UK because we worked with Medipex, it is NHS technology hub that works with Innovate UK. There is a big network with all needed specialists.
Does it affect the cartilage?
It depends on surgeon skills. If surgeon thinks...
Can you use it on the cartilage as well? Do an abrasion
to do radio frequency ablation of.
It's an ablation,
Yeah, I did it, and it works. It's smooth.
And what about the ACL? Can it take out the ACL?
Yeah, great question. A few months ago, I did ACL replacement, and we use it to resect the ruptured ACL. So it is much more faster.
Do you have plans to make a longer probe? You have plans to make a longer probe, the hip?
Yeah, we are going to implement this tool to hip and shoulder surgery also. Thank you.
Good evening. No, that's not me. Just with this one? No. Oh, okay. That's the correct one.
Oh, I have. No, you can take it.
This one you want.
Great.
We were right. Yeah.
Well, can you hear me? Great. Well, Okay, that's tricky. Great. Where should I? Okay. What if packaging was not a waste? Well, my name is Dennis, and I'm the founder of Wave. At the moment, packaging producers are right between legal pressure from one hand and sustainability demands from other hand. And basically, we are providing all of them with a seaweed-based material, foil, packaging that is compostable, heatable, printable. So basically, when our material goes on the landfill, it's gone under 60 days. So about the market, it's really quick and really developed market. Is growing by 50% per year. Currently, we are focused on the food and beverage vertical and mostly in Western Europe. It's a big market, approximately 50 billion, and we plan to grow the seaweed artificially on land in Bulgaria. We spoke with a lot of customers and managed to find out that from early evangelists and the first customer, which are approximately between 5 and 10 contracts, we will be able to generate in year one approximately €250,000. About our GTM, basically is based on 3 points: to spread awareness via partnering with exclusive events, to gain high credibility and to engage. Also about building a network and community from communities and people who are looking in the same direction as us in order to embrace the brand advocacy. But also, basically, the most important step is creating a pilot projects with packaging brands, smaller brands, that they can show commitment to sustainability via us. About how we're making money, basically we have bulk sales, B2B bulk sales to plastic manufacturers, direct sales to brands, and also in future we are planning to have licensing to offer our licensing technology to companies. We spoke with more than 30 producers and from packaging industry, and the most important thing for them are the price, the scale, and the impact, and we believe that seaweed can be really a good match for that. Analyzing our competitors, the direct ones, the thing that makes us having an advantage in front of them is basically controlling the supply chain, because growing seaweed on land and not relying on ocean farming, we can reduce the time, we can reduce the costs, and of course to make sure that we have a better net profit margin at the end of the year. And compared to the plant-based alternatives and to the plastic, for example, packaging, we are better because our carbon impact is much, much better. Our unfair advantage is that our team is diverse. Basically, we learn fast, fail fast, and we have experience in marketing. We are serial entrepreneurs in packaging, and we really here to reduce plastics. So, final sentence, at the moment, we are basically trying to validate the concept. We started basically a couple of weeks ago, pivoting from our first startup, raised about 60K, and doing prototypes and research and development. And for 2025, we are projecting to raise approximately $500,000 in order to finalize the product development, secure IP, and of course you can help us by making introductions to packaging brands and distributors and manufacturers. And of course, if you know someone who is really good in chemistry and material science, please contact it to us. So thank you for your time, and let's make waves. Thank you. Oh, also I have a sample here of our material. Here.
Thank you very much. Very practical. I get, of course, the environmental benefits. In terms of the finance side of it, how does your cost, production costs, compare with regards to standard production?
Compared to the ocean farming, for example...
actually, compared to, say, plastic, which you want to replace.
Yes, it's still expensive. It's definitely more expensive. Even now, if you compare the price for seaweed packaging and plastic packages, it's approximately between 3 and 4 times more expensive. And we do believe that controlling and having a facility that is growing the seaweed, we believe that we can cut the price and make it, we cannot for sure make it cheaper than plastic, but we can make it the most affordable product, plant-based product, even compared to mushrooms or PLA-based or potato, whenever you like. We can sure make it the most affordable, the most controlled and secure and safe one. But also for plastic, it's still a challenge because plastic industry is really well developed. But I really hope that's an industry that can really develop in the next decades. So yeah.
Thank you.
I think this is really exciting, particularly as we start entering into realization of the issues of PFAS and plastic and all sorts. I think this could have potential in labware as well. So do you have any market strategy to target all of the plastic waste in the life sciences and medical industry?
That's a really interesting opportunity. Basically, we started thinking in that direction last week. We were mostly focused on food and beverage because, and fast-moving consumer goods, because it will be faster to enter this type of industry. Medical is really challenging, and at the moment we don't have capacity and people from talent point of view in our team in order to do that. But it's definitely interesting point of view. We can definitely look into that. So yeah, thank you for bringing that.
Just a question on the conservation performance. I mean, for the food. I mean, how can you achieve the same? I don't know. Performance of the plastic. I don't know how to call it. I think it's performance.
Yeah, well, it's really good material because it's really diverse material. You can make a lot of things from seaweed by extracting polysaccharides and making and mixing them with additional bio-based polymers, melting them and gellifying them. You can do and make a material that is really flexible and adaptable to different requirements. So from scientific point of view, I'm not really worried. Their company is doing that already perfectly. We basically flew to Dubai a couple of weeks ago to just take a material from our competitor, analyze it to see how it's done. It's really possible to be done. We improved that, and the key is here that is making us different is from actually the supply chain, because that is the key of scaling this type of seaweed packaging, because all of the seaweed companies right now, they're struggling to scale due to the fact that they're relying on ocean farming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great, thank you.
Okay, now I'm back. All right. Good. So, yes, I do need that. Thanks. Okay, so we're back to MedTech. Biolibrary Medical uses existing infrastructure to treat more cancers and to get approval for this. My name is Steven. I'm a physicist, and I really get frustrated when great science doesn't apply that well in practice. You know, we figured out how to use charged particles to accelerate them and destroy tumors inside of the body, but at the same time, these centers, these advanced centers, are not operating at the full capacity. It's more difficult to get insurance approved for this form of radiotherapy, and that delays the treatment by 5 times. So basically, our company is on path of improving this problem. So we want these centers operating at full capacity. We want to reduce the insurance rejection rates and therefore reduce the time. So how we actually do that? So we figured out that the key to this is actually CT imaging, because the way you get the approval for this treatment is by doing the CT and making treatment plan that is much better than other alternatives. And it's interesting because CT is now under revolution from the side of the detector point, and big companies are making new CT equipment. And we have developed proprietary AI software that utilizes this hardware and improves the accuracy of treatment planning in particle therapy. So this market is, I would call it beachhead market, 90 million. I like the number, and we kind of have good connection in this market. But the follow-on market, which is pure medical diagnostic imaging market, it's much bigger, and we're planning to enter that market after this one. So here we have designed really, in my opinion, good strategy to go to market. So we are using existing spectral CT equipment from big guys, from big vendors, and then we are integrating on the other side into treatment planning software that they are already using, right? So our value, our added values here is AI post-processing that perfectly integrates here and doesn't change the way operator is using the software. So our end user physician, our economic buyer is actually particle center financial officer that really wants to operate at the maximum capacity because of the high cost of the center. And then we also envision integrating with big guys, with manufacturers at the later stage. The business model is value-based pricing model. So each patient that gets approved because of increased accuracy of our software, we take some percentage. This is the initial model, then we will translate to subscription model. We have evaluated what is important for customer. They want to be able to integrate to the software, that is, to the CT that is there, and then they want higher accuracy. And in this area, we provide advantage. Roadmap, we have won several grants so far. And from the development point of view, we have really strong connections and collaborations for research with Duke University in US, and for prototype testing that we are currently doing as a preclinical testing we are doing with Erasmus MC Hospital, which is one of the biggest cancer hospitals in Europe. We are looking for $500,000 for finishing our IP and clinical trial funding. As for the team, just really quick, 3 physicists, our end user in the team, and then we also have an engineer, and I take on the role of business development now in this team. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Does the planning go faster for the physician with this?
No, the planning stays the same. It's just the accuracy that improves. Approval goes faster, the insurance approval.
What really differs you from the others? Because you cited some competitors, but we know maybe also more competitors. So really, what is your main value?
So the main value is actually that we're using this new technology that they have developed for diagnostic primarily. We figured out that this can be, we can improve the particle therapy for this. And the other big advantage is that we can integrate. So if you have Canon, Siemens, GE, CT, you can use that. You don't have to buy a particular CT. So improve the accuracy with no cost, with no additional hardware cost to the hospital or to the particle centers in this case.
What's your traction like with these big CT scanning companies? Have you been in conversation with them yet?
Yes, we have been in conversation with them. They like the solution. They would like, of course, to... they have a way of integrating us in their system, like App Store on Apple phones, something like that. They want to see more traction from us, so that's why we are now focused on centers. That's one side. The other side is that we personally would like to control the customer, at least at the beginning. So we want to push the story ourselves for some time before we reach some development stage that we like.
I can go for another. So, hang on, I've forgotten my train of thought. How do you measure your value? So with the improvement, you say that it becomes more sensitive.
Yeah.
How do you measure that so that people may want to buy it over any other?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we're focusing on US and Europe. Europe has different ways of comparing how much particle therapy is better than other therapy. Then you have really quantitative measure. You do the plan with and without our software, and you see the dose deposition. And then you basically know, when you do the subtraction, you will see how much more dose goes to healthy tissue with the previous solution and how much less is there with the new solution. So you kind of really obviously see that. Yeah. I have to go. Thanks.
Hi. My name is Bojana. I'm co-founder of Fijius, women-led startup addressing problem of anemia. Imagine feeling so drained that you can barely get through the day. Imagine feeling dizzy in the middle of an important meeting. Imagine constantly worrying about the health of your unborn baby. Anemia is reality for 2 billion people worldwide. 4 out of 10 women affected might be your wife, your sister, or your daughter. Artificial iron supplements often cause side effects like constipation, diarrhea, or vomiting. While we know there is iron in fruits and vegetables, 30% of population still suffer from anemia. Obviously, something is not working. Iron is hard to absorb from most fruits and vegetables. We identified fruits and vegetables with bioavailable iron, and we put them in delicious food and drinks. We managed to combine 100% natural ingredients with enhanced iron absorption and no side effects. Our bars, purees, porridge powder, smoothies, even ice cream are a very convenient way to tackle anemia. We confirmed efficacy in the lab, and we submitted a PCT patent. Next month, we are starting our human trials. Our market opportunity is vast, 2 billion people suffering globally. Anemia is in focus of World Health Organization, United Nations, and UNICEF. We interviewed 966 women, and we confirmed that their anemia struggle is real. 86% is ready to buy natural product. Our B2C model is selling monthly subscription through our online shop and marketplaces, as well as B2C model with licensing agreements with B2B business partners from functional food industry. We are already in talks with 4 business partners, and we have 1,500 consumers on our subscription list. We raised $350K in equity-free grants. We are raising an investment of $1 million to enter industrial scale of production. Our team combines top-notch scientists from UCL and whatever, with marketing and sales professionals. Help us get to the point where Fijius is a solution for every woman suffering from anemia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's super exciting. So if I was to buy a product like this, what would stop me from, say, changing my diet and my lifestyle plans? Like, I could just change my strategy and have a steak and a big salad for lunch, and then for supper I don't know, something equally iron rich? Like, what's the catch here? Why would this be better?
The catch is that that salad would probably prevent iron from the steak get into your bloodstream. So what we did is actually manage to combine fruits and vegetables that contain no iron inhibitors. So all the iron that is naturally present there is actually getting into our bloodstream.
Thank you very much. There is also many food supplements, as in pills that people take, may include iron as well. So how do you navigate that competition?
Basically, those are artificial iron supplements, so they are not natural, not vegan, most of them. So we are not getting into competition with pharma on the level of treatment of severe cases of anemia. They would still need to get shots and pills. The problem with those are they're really heavy with side effects, and there are, especially for pregnant women who are mostly affected. So basically we want to stay in the prevention. We want not to get into the stage where you need iron supplements.
So you said that this affects mostly pregnant women. It's a large cause. When you look at your subscriptions, how many women are continuing the subscription after pregnancy, after breastfeeding, right? So they gain an attraction to your brand and continue forward.
Basically, pregnant women are a big chunk of the market, but women in reproductive age that are having monthly cycles are prone to anemia regardless if they're pregnant or not. And their children also, preschool children, as mothers are also decision makers. So women in reproductive age is our persona, is our buyer persona.
Sorry, so let me restate
Okay,
that.
so
your subscriptions.
Yes, so we would be providing them monthly supply pack. And we hope that most of them would be keeping it as their regular diet, because 1 bar a day will, those people, because anemia is something that is getting back to you. Usually, even if you help yourself at one point, 1 year later, you're getting back to it, if you are prone to it, as many are.
Is your process somehow patent protected, or is it simply know-how, or?
Yes, we had, okay, let me go back to that. No, it doesn't want to go back. Right. Okay, so basically, we did research in the lab on laboratory animals, and we got very good results. These are the results that we got and that we used to submit a PCT patent for our formula.
Thank you.
Yes, we continued this research with human trials that we secured funding already.
Do you have plans to come up with different flavors?
Yes, we already have 4 flavors of all of our product ranges, but we would try to, I mean, we can develop more, but we don't want to enter the market with so many things at the same time. We don't have the capacity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bojana. Well, thank you everyone for presenting. So we had all the startups present their innovations. I'll leave a minute to the jury to type in the scores. And what we'll do is we'll take a 5-minute break. I think the guys will play a bit of a video, and then we'll come back for a big moment of announcing the first winner, winning the first award. So the first winner, we get the voucher of 50,000 euros, which is an award. It's a non-equity award from Labena Ventures, and the second in a row will get a voucher for 5,000 euros. So stay tuned, stay with us for, well, at least another few minutes, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. So first we're going to announce the second winner. Thank you, Nasir, for help. Now we're in a situation, very similar to last year, where points were equal, which is quite incredible, actually. So the second award will go essentially to 2 startups. And these 2 startups are Fijus and Shemha Health. Congratulations. Let's go here. So one photo with the jurors, who have given all the points, right? I mean, they did all the hard work. Okay. Excellent. Can we get some mobile photos as well for LinkedIn? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Fijus and Shemha Health. Well, job well done. We'll make sure it's fair. Okay. And the first award of... I'm so excited, I actually forgot who it was. The first award, let's see if we've got everybody here, of 15,000 euros goes to 365. IO. Congratulations. Where is Mikal? Okay. Can we get Michal for a photo shoot, or impossible? Can somebody call Michal to get in? Excellent. So congratulations. Well done. At this point, I just want to really thank again the jurors. Thank you guys for taking the time and for evaluating the startups. I hope it was as exciting to you as it was to me. So.